It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag Utah Jazz.
If we play that hard and compete that way defensively every night, everything will feel different and the results will be different. Ultimately tonight, turnovers did us in, 24 of them for 26 points. A lot of good intent to move the ball, just some unforced errors, a couple too many that were bobbled. Got a little loose with our dribble in different moments, but ultimately I'm really proud of our team for how they competed tonight. I think those things show strides of growth. I thought defensively the guys did a really good job communicating. I thought our physicality was way better. We only allowed 36 points in the paint. That's a tough physical team we played. So a lot of growth on the defensive side. Got to do a better job taking care of the ball.
The Utah Jazz lose to the Toronto Raptors 107-100. Sandro Mamukelashvili, 20 points off the bench to lead Toronto, marking it at 27-11. PK, a little interest in defense, none of this 130 and 140 point nonsense.
That's why the Toronto shot 42%?
Partly, yes.
Okay.
Even when they hit the threes in the first quarter, they were hot. Shots were going in, as you like to say. The score didn't get out of hand because they weren't giving up the layups and dunks. Very limited on the old points in the paint. A little bit of staying between your man and the basket. On the other hand, gave away a few, as Will Hardy just said, gave away a few on the turnovers there.
Rats.
Yeah.
I'm proud of them.
Nah. It was one game. You want to see another 10, 20, 30 of those before the end of the season.
I don't really care what I see as long as I see L's.
Well, you got the L. You don't want the 40-point drubbings.
I'm supposed to feel good about this game? Is that...
Nah, you don't feel as bad. I don't think you feel good. It's hard to feel good in the middle of the tankathon.
Yeah.
Dropping 20 games under 500.
When they're ready to start winning. They're not, by their own acknowledgement, not ready to start winning. So just hope for a young guy to do well, and then you got something to talk about. The thing that I liked is that Ace Bailey got 5 fouls, and Hardy didn't take him out. No need to take him out. Let him foul out.
What does it matter?
He needs to be in the game as much as possible. He's 1 for 10. He sucked. But, he got 11 boards. That's good. And continued to play and try to play hard. Obviously, the shot wasn't working. I think his only field goal was a dunk there in the fourth quarter. That, to me, that's what I liked most. That they didn't go sit him on the bench because you got 5 fouls and some nerd says you're supposed to take him out when he gets 5 fouls. And, there's 2 things I like. Is that watching the young guys play, and then when the great, spectacular George Rodman decides we need to review this play.
Let's review it. Why? You don't want to win the game anyway. Let it go against you.
Who is this guy? The guy's a genius, though. George Rodman, man, when they show him, and he's got the iPad, and he's reviewing the play. Yeah. And what was it, against the Nets? Nope, hit him right on the wrist. Don't do it. The guy's got a keen eye. We got the best replay guy in the league.
Sweet. Jazz move on to Indiana now. Indiana sitting there with 13 wins. The Jazz are on 15 wins. A couple of teams near the bottom battling for the lottery position.
Achoo! I feel a cold coming on.
I know, a lot of guys. There's no way Keontae's ankle is going to be good. Isn't he out till the All-Star break, do you think? At this point, what the heck?
Did they announce it?
No, they haven't. I just don't see the logic. They're sitting guys anyway, and he rolled his ankle, so don't play him till after the All-Star break. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
NBA All-Star reserves are announced. LeBron James picked again. That's 22 years in a row. Clippers, no representatives. They're the team in the top 10 in the West without anyone in. No Kawhi Leonard.
The top 10 in the West?
Yeah, everybody else.
It's not like the top 10 in college football.
No,
the top
really
10 in the West?
Out of 15, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody else got somebody in.
What a distinction.
Nobody in the bottom 5 got anybody in. So
they should have a banner. They're top 10 in the West.
Top 10 in the West. We were in a playing game. Let us at them. Oh, there's still a chance with injuries and who knows.
Oh, I pray for them.
Yeah, something will happen. Usually does. Jamal Murray's an all-star for the first time in his career. He and Jokic will represent the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, it's amazing that it took that long.
It really is. Games around the league. The Brooklyn Nets, who beat the Jazz on Friday, that seems a long time ago now, got blown out by Detroit 130-77. Go out there and get that L, guys. And they did. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college basketball.
Hawks up the floor. White, a lob. Flory, a slam. There's your door slam shut. There's your exclamation point. Kansas by 8. And then a rejection. Bryson Tiller on the other end throws it into the second row. What a finish for your Kansas Jayhawks.
Kansas beats BYU 90-82. PK, you feel like you've seen this movie before? Bad start for BYU. They get way behind. They rally, start to make it interesting, but come up short despite 33 points from Richie Saunders.
I've never seen it to this level. This is incredible. They keep doing this. It's amazing. If I see one more analytic on it, I'm going to throw up.
Nice.
That's what our guy Kevin Young said.
Post game, yes. One more analytic on it, and he's going to be sick. They have lost 3 of their last 4 games now. Obviously, they got a boost when Peterson went to the bench with cramps with 17 minutes left. I wonder what NBA people are thinking. On the one hand, when he plays, he's brilliant, and you can see easily why he could be the number 1 pick. Man, he was on fire, and it looked effortless. And then all of a sudden, he's sitting down for 17 minutes. He's missed half the games in the first 20 going into this game, and then he missed half of that one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's protecting the bankroll here.
Yep.
I mean, you want to criticize him? Criticize him, but this is what you signed up for. He's only here because there's some rule that says he has to be here.
Otherwise, he'd have been out of high school and into the NBA like Kobe and Kevin Garnett, but they didn't have the rule then, and now they do.
I think that it's clear that he and his handlers are protecting the investment.
Utah State trailed for a large portion of the game, but they rally. Look great over the final 10 minutes and win it. They beat San Diego State 71-66. So now we got a tie atop the league, as the Aztecs suffer their second loss of the year. Carson Templin leading the way, 18 points, 7 rebounds, a variety of dunks, putbacks. He had a huge game. And the Aggies, Aztecs, and Lobos are all now tied for first place at 9-2. For Utah, close game, and then the last 5 or 6 minutes, Oklahoma State pulls away and wins comfortably 81-69. Cowboys hadn't won a Big 12 road game in 2 years. It's 15 straight road losses, but they control the final 5 minutes and win by 12. College hoops tonight, Weber State at Sacramento State, 8 o'clock on ESPN+. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
2 more head coaches hired in the NFL. The Rams go with Rams offensive coordinator Mike LaFleur goes to Arizona. Cardinals and Packers now have brothers coaching them. And the Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak will be the Raiders' new head coach.
Yeah, that's the problem. No brothers were hired in this cycle.
There it is. 49ers set to hire former Falcons head coach Reem Morris as their new defensive coordinator to replace Robert Saleh, who was hired as the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans. Seahawks are going to go up for sale after Super Bowl. Which Super Bowl is this? 60. Yeah, Super Bowl 60. And don't ask me to read Roman numerals. Holy cow. Super Bowl 60. Yeah, I put it right there.
Well, then ignore it. Okay. After the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I didn't have the on there. I got caught. Former owner Paul Allen's estate has been running the team, led by his sister Jody, but it was stipulated in his will that the franchise would be sold like the Portland Trail Blazers, and the sale will be completed soon. Expected to be 6, 7 billion, somewhere around there.
This sheet of paper is merely a suggestion.
Cool.
No one's asking you to do anything.
$7 billion. Billion.
I heard you the first time.
All right.
Did you think it was going to be 7 million?
Nope. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
In an era when there is much transferring and occasionally tampering, Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson said he is absolutely content having entered the NFL draft, adding it would, quote, tarnish my legacy to have stayed in college and played for another school. Miami, Oregon, Tennessee reportedly chasing him. He said, I came there, I stayed there.
Well,
He's an Alabama guy.
Yeah, but you don't have a legacy.
No championships.
He's just another guy. I appreciate your loyalty, but let's not make you out to be something that you're not. What legacy do you have?
He will probably be the second quarterback picked in this draft. See where he goes. New Auburn coach Alex Golesh offered up his thoughts on tampering in the transfer portal, saying, it's been going on for a really long time. This portal era amplified it in every imaginable way. There eventually need to be guardrails on this thing. I think we all want to know the rules in which you can operate in. The truth is, right now, there aren't any. So you operate ethically with what you feel like is right. I'm a strong believer in the football gods finding you at some point. You got to do things the right way. Everybody says there's going to be changes in the rules. Do you see any movement to do anything? Anything on the horizon? Doesn't it seem like it's going to be this way for the foreseeable future?
Well, I think that they're changing dates of signing as they figure out what's going on and days that you can go into the portal. So there have been changes that they're looking at and deciding, okay, we're going to do this. And then they find out, well, this isn't that good of an idea, so let's move it. You know, they moved the signing date up to 1st of December and the transfer portal back and those types of things. So, yeah, I think there's been some. Apparently it's not enough for you and probably not enough for a lot of folks, including me. But they have been doing stuff as they go through it and figure out what works and what doesn't.
That part of it they've absolutely been working on, and they will probably continue with the trial and error until they end up someplace they're happy. But the tampering doesn't, nothing seems to
why
address
you keep
that.
saying tampering. That doesn't exist in your mind.
I know.
This is not junior high where everything is fair and everyone gets an equal chance. There is no tampering. So stop saying it. I mean, it's not being enforced. We've been told that 1,000 times. Okay.
Well, he says there eventually need to be guardrails on this thing. I think we all want to know the rules in which you can operate in. Yeah, that's what he's talking about, I think.
That's what you, right. I agree. That's what you think. Yeah.
You don't think he's talking about that?
No. Because if I tamper and you tamper and then conjugate they tamper, everyone's tampering. So what's the difference?
Nobody likes it.
But you don't do something you don't like.
You do it because you have to do it, even if you don't like it.
Maybe that's your philosophy, but I'm not going to do something I don't like that I don't have to do. Why do I have to do it? I don't have to do it. If I have such standards and I think that's wrong, then I won't do it. I'm not going to lower my standard just because Joe across the street's doing it. That doesn't make any sense.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Dodger manager Dave Roberts said Shohei Ohtani will not pitch for Japan in the World Baseball Classic, and that it was Ohtani's decision to opt to serve just as a designated hitter in the tournament. Back to protecting the investment with Darren Peterson, right? Him pitching seems to be an iffy proposition. He's had a couple surgeries because of that. And the bat is too valuable. He's too awesome.
Well, in this thing, yeah, these 2 weeks, I guess, yeah. But there was live baseball on last night. I was in heaven.
You watched the Caribbean series?
Absolutely.
Did Mexico come back?
No.
I got tired.
Never get tired.
I did.
Take a nap beforehand to prepare.
If I had known it was going to be on, I was not up to date on my Caribbean
known.
series. I should have known about the Caribbean series.
They have it the same time every year.
Channel surfed right through it.
Did you not know the World Series was on in October? Did
No, that one I got down. That one I got down cold.
Well, spring training starts in less than 2 weeks, so now's the time.
DJ and PK.
That's Eugenio, by the way.
Eugenio.
He signed with the Reds.
So cool. 1 year, 15 mil. Yeah. DJ and PK.
Hashtag golf.
Justin Rose wins the Farmers Insurance Open by 7 strokes. 23 under. Complete domination, PK. Breaking Tiger's record.
Yeah, man, he ran away from the field.
He's 45 years old.
Yes.
Move over, LeBron.
Well, golf's a little different there.
Yeah, it is. But still, well past a golfer's prime.
I always thought it would be cool to be Justin Rose. He can move freely about the United States. Maybe, he's from, England? That might be a little different. But around here, you can. But everybody who's a golfer knows and follows golf. Not who is a golfer, but follows the PGA Tour and knows who he is. But he's probably not suffocated like some of these guys are. And it just continues to play and play well and winning almost like effortlessly. I mean, right now, he's the king of La Jolla.
King of La Jolla. I was over at La Jolla. You're not from around here, are you? Many people refer to it as La Jolla, but if you want to call it La Jolla, go ahead. Knock yourself out. Tony Finau with a charge over the weekend. Ties for a 11th strong final round. He's 12 under, 11 back.
Yeah, I think he needed it. They hadn't made the cuts in the first two, and has the hole-in-one the other day, and was playing pretty well. Want to build some momentum for yourself as the season progresses.
Hole-in-one straight into the sun, no idea, except for the people up there whooping it up.
Yeah, I've had 2. One I had no idea until we got there. The other one was visible.
Was it into the sun, or was the green was uphill?
Green was elevated, yes.
Yeah,
The
so you
first
can't
one,
see
yeah,
it.
right. And pin was in the back. And the second one, pin was in the front. Hole was longer, but pin was in the front. Although the funny thing on the second one, I didn't actually see it go in the hole because I saw it. I thought, oh, that's a good shot. And I did turn my head, and my wife and 2 others, they paired us up.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NHL.
Not enough. There's no doubt about it. I don't think we have any swagger right now. I don't think we have any kind of execution. And that league, if you feel sorry for yourself, everybody will step on your throat. And nobody will let you get back up. So there's no feel sorry for yourself. You're the best player of the team. You have an opportunity to be a difference maker, and you need to do it. You need to hone your confidence, and you need to hone your play. And we need to be better in those situations.
The Utah Mammoth lose to the Dallas Stars 3-2. They give up 2 early power play goals. Kaleri Yamamoto scored twice, but can't get it done, PK.
I know, it's funny they don't have any, what did he say? What was the word he used?
Swagger.
Swagger, yeah. And they just had it.
They did, but the mojo comes and goes so fast.
Yeah, and they blew that game where they allowed 14 goals in the last 5 seconds. And now the swagger's gone, and they got to get it back. I do agree with him at the pro sports level. Man, if you show any weakness, that is blood in the water for the Sharks for sure. You just can't do that. You have to be on top of your game at all times because they want to. If they have the opportunity to destroy you, and they should, that's their mission, to beat you, and also within the frame of relative sportsmanship, kick the crap out of you. Okay, that's the point.
Yeah,
because they're trying to get swagger. They're being the general. They're not a specific opponent, but yeah, everyone's trying to be it. And it is truly every team for itself, basically. Yeah, I agree.
Dallas is good, and they are one of the top 3 teams in the West. So show weakness against a really good team. What do you expect, right?
Yeah.
And they're great on the power play, and sure enough, they went 2 for 4 on the power play, and Utah was 0 for 2, and there you go.
Tony kind of reminds me a little bit of Bruce Arians.
Yeah, I can see why you'd say that.
Older dude.
Yeah.
Blunt.
Yeah.
You don't like it? Tough.
Ask me a question, you're going to get an answer. What do I care what you think about the answer?
Yeah.
Mammoth on 60 points, tied for the last wild card now. It is a wild race, and there are multiple teams. Seattle, Anaheim, L.A., even San Jose hanging around. And the Mammoth right in the middle of all of it. Now, the Mammoth are back in action tonight. They got Vancouver coming in. This is not just the worst team in the West. This is the worst team in the NHL by a wide margin. 42 points, 7 points worse than anybody else. And you have them at home. Can you have a must-win in February? Because this would be it. You're down on your luck. You got the worst team in the league. You better get it done tonight. Puck drops 7:30. Don't get it done tonight. It's a big old wasted opportunity. Pre-game 6:30 here on The Zone. That's what's trending, brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Coming up, Steve Cleveland's going to join us at 8 o'clock. We got the question of the day next. Stay with us.
This is JJ and Alex.
I got this. I'm starting to buy into the young group, showing progress, slowly but surely, churning its way up the tracks to a superstardom maybe in the future.
How about Ace Bailey's last 10 games? You want to see the numbers? 15 points per game, 4.4 rebounds. He's shooting 34% from three. As a rookie, I'll take that. Yeah. It's going to get better. I talked to Will Hardy, and he talked about what they're doing is trying to get Ace to do a lot of the other things because they know he's an offensive juggernaut. They're working on a lot of other things, and maybe that plus some games he's missed kept him out of the rising stars, which how do you not have Ace Bailey in that game? Have you not seen the dunks? Have you not seen the production? Why do you not put Ace Bailey in that rising stars? It's a stars competition. These are the best players. So when you have a rising stars, your best young players need to be in that game. It's a joke. He's phenomenal.
Catch JJ and Alex afternoons from 3 to 7 on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
KSL Sports Zone and Beehive Meals are honoring people that impact youth sports in our communities. Nominate the youth sports volunteer for the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week at KSLSports.com/contest. And listen every Thursday afternoon to JJ and Alex for the winner. It's the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week. DJ and PK, it is time for the question of the morning. PK. BYU's bad in the first half and then rallies in the second half, only to lose again to a ranked team. How much more of this can you take?
Oh, how many more games they got? This is a great movie.
D. Ray Palmer, they are regressing.
No, they're not. They're staying the same.
Kent says 3 players does not make a team. They need more production from the other 2, or Sweet 16 will be it.
If they're fortunate to even get that far.
Have wondered that lately. Josh, BYU only has 3 players, and they rarely all have a good shooting game at the same time, and they got no bench. It's a recipe for failure.
We should have spread out that money a little bit, huh?
There's a thought.
Kansas fans, you don't chant overrated anymore. That is so outdated.
Overpaid?
Yes. Overpaid. Now you smack your...
Overpaid. Yeah, there it is. It works. Good work, maestro.
Yeah, somebody needs to get the message. You don't chant overrated. It's overpaid. That hurt. That stings more. Because nobody likes to spend money and not get their money's worth. And if they spend money and get their money's worth, they're probably okay with that. Across the board in anything. If I buy a $5 piece of food and it sucks, you hate it. But if I buy a $35 steak, and it's awesome, you love it.
Get what you pay for, pay what you get.
Yeah. So you want money well spent. Money not well spent is bitter. Even if you've got millions and billions and trillions.
Gabriel, obviously a certain someone paid a certain someone a bit too much. Pathetic and middle of the pack at this point. Definitely not acceptable for what is being paid.
Yeah, I mean, they are in 7th place.
Yep. 3 losses in conference now. 3 of the last 4.
Yeah. 3 of the last 4. They're having their slump a little early. But what's crazy is they're only slumping for half the game.
It was a little more understandable against Kansas, but the trend is there.
Well, I don't know that it is understandable given the fact that it's like the 9th time.
Well, because Peterson didn't play in the second half. I thought that gave him a chance. It made him a little easier to defend and a chance to come back.
Richie, was Saunders going to be affected by Peterson's availability? I mean, something clicks in the second half. When they're desperate, they're good. Maybe that will pay off in the tournament because at that point, literally one loss in your season is doomed, and this group is over. DeBonsa's gone, and who the heck else? Saunders is gone. Who else knows who's going to stay? You never have any idea these days as far as what your classification athletic eligibility-wise is outside of a senior is almost pointless. I think we've gotten past seniors now that they're not seniors like Cam Rising 4 times. Some of them seem like they still get to it, but it seems like it's dwindling. So if they have that level of desperation that they've had multiple games, twice in the same week, as a matter of fact, against very good teams, that they are able to maybe muster up some different energy right from the start. That's trying to put a different / positive spin on it. I mean, Kansas with Peterson is probably a top 10, top 5 team. Arizona's like 23-0, so they speak for themselves. And there you are, late in the game, 1 possession, maybe 2 possessions. I mean, that Council hits that bizarre runner off of 1 foot. Or else, you come down and you got all the mo, you're probably scoring then, and who knows. But he hits that shot that just looked awkward, and it goes in.
Yeah. He jumped off. Usually you expect the right-hander to jump off the left foot.
Well,
he
they
jumped
go
off
up with
his right
both
foot.
feet.
Wrong-footed him.
They usually when you do a jump shot.
You can go up on both, yeah.
Well,
and he's running, he goes up off his right.
And he made it. Good for him. So if you want to look at, wow, they just played 2 top 10 teams, I think, with Peterson there. Obviously, he's a difference maker that they are. And you're right there at the end after being down by 20-some points. What's it going to be with these guys? They're going to have to decide. I mean, the roster is what it is. It's not changing. And it has deficiencies, no question about it. Okay, yeah, there they are. And he's reluctant to go too deep into the bench. So that's not changing. But even with that, you're getting down big and then having these roaring comebacks. So it's there for you to be able to win these types of games. I don't think you can argue that.
Gary says they need more depth. 3 points from the bench isn't going to cut it, but more urgency at the start of the game would be nice, too.
Yeah, don't say as if it's going to be fixed, you need more depth. You're not going to have it. None of these guys that are injured are going to get healthy, and he doesn't play them anyway. That big Stanton, whatever they call him, he never plays.
He's been out injured for the last 4
But
games.
even when healthy, he doesn't play.
You're right.
So who cares? Unfortunate for him, but who cares whether he's healthy or not?
Ahmed Slidden took any time he had away.
Yeah, so he's not playing. So his injury's irrelevant. Cause is yet to play. Unfortunately for him, he's been injured both years. I think he could help him. He's a knockdown shooter. He's a really good shooter. And the other two, Baker, yeah, he could have helped you. Pickens, I assume, but I don't know for sure because he hasn't played. Well, that's what you got. So sit and moan about it. It's not changing.
Did you think that was a shots-winning game for Kansas, especially in the first half?
Well, they were 9 for 12 from 3. Yeah.
And hitting contested. I mean, Peterson hit some very well contested shots.
Yeah, I mean, they were feeling it. That's a opposing coach's nightmare. Guys start feeling it. And they're very good to begin with, or else they wouldn't be there.
But it's a peak performance.
Surges.
Yeah, it's a peak performance.
And you got the crowd going nuts, blah, 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 blah.
They're all riled up, 1,000 games in Fog Allen Fieldhouse.
Yeah, and that's a legendary place to play. It's always...
So it might be easy to explain that one away if it weren't 3 losses in 4 games, and if we hadn't seen the poor first halves now for the, I don't know what it is, 8th, 9th, 10th time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's happened a lot. They've come back from some of them, obviously, Clemson and others...
They came back against Arizona. They came back against Kansas.
Well, it came back to win.
They came back. TCU, they came back?
Yes, TCU is a good example. here it is, Philip. It's not only ranked teams. BYU's been terrible in losing at halftime to TCU, Dayton, Miami, and Delaware. Heck, BYU's been losing.
And they came back to all three of them.
Yeah.
And won the game.
Those are the comeback wins, yes.
Yeah. Right. So the ability is there.
Yeah, Phillips says BYU is not regressing on the season and BYU is not improving. It's just the same old story, game after game. Play like crap for 20 minutes and play great for 20 minutes.
Well, at the same time here, Wednesday against Oklahoma State marks the halfway point of conference play. Now, obviously, it's more than that with the non-conference. But conference play, a lot of the teams are already there. The Cougars aren't. They've got one more, and then they'll be halfway. The point being is there's time. Time is always running out. Time is always running out on everybody. But there is still time. So I'm not willing to bury them yet. My thing, and I want to ask Steve Cleveland about this, what is he, top of the hour?
Yep.
Is that I love Rob Wright as a player, but I'm getting tired of him getting in the paint and missing these shots. He's too small. And, well, maybe, but he's a good shooter to get his feet set. Maybe run the offense through Saunders. Let him do it. And because he'll have a better chance to finish. We saw that left-handed jam going down the left side. That was obviously impressive. Kid's got all sorts of ability. That was one of KY's best calls. He said before they even played a game, this kid's an NBA player. And he's right. He knows what an NBA player looks like.
Put some exclamation points on that Saturday.
Because he's been around NBA players for many, many years, so he knows. And maybe because Wright seems reluctant to dish off when he's in there, and he can get in there almost at will, but maybe change that up a little bit, and then can Saunders do it? And he's taller. He's a good 6'7", stood next to him, and maybe he can create some easier baskets that way for the team. And I'm not saying Wright is unselfish. That's not the point. The point is he gets in. And
he's ending up underneath the rim with nowhere to go way too often.
And he's short, and most basketball players aren't.
And he's not going to finish up with those guys. So there's a couple options. One, the guys have to be in the corner, and you got to get the ball to them for shots. We've seen that a million times. You drive in there, you get all those shot blockers, you throw it into the corner for a three. The other thing is, the old Amari Stoudemire of Phoenix Suns, Steve Nash would get in there, and he would keep his dribble. He wouldn't pick it up, and he'd spin around, and Stoudemire come crashing down the lane. He'd flip the ball to him, and Stoudemire would get a dunk. Because for the shot blocker who's facing the point guard on the baseline, he's not going to turn around and get up in the air in time. And so, to me, whoever you want, I mean, Keita could do that, DeBonsa.
Yeah, but you're asking a Hall of Famer. You're comparing him to Steve Nash.
Yeah. Keep your dribble, turn around, find the big guy running at the hoop. And there's no big guy trailing him to the hoop. They're standing watching.
Well, they don't have very many big guys.
Well, guys who can dunk in traffic. Keita and DeBonsa. Well, you only have room for one guy, so make it Keita when he's in the game. Maybe Ahmed, I don't know.
Yeah, the roster has deficiencies. There's
Otherwise,
no
just keep watching him get his shot blocked.
Or missing it.
Yeah, because he's got to throw up some circus shot to get it around the shot blocker.
Yeah. So they've got to come up with that. And, Kevin Young's getting big money, and he's got all those assistants, and that's what I'm not willing to put a limit on this team just yet.
Well, they ran into a bad stretch last year, and they figured it out. Now, it was a little earlier than this year, a couple weeks earlier. So they're in a bad stretch now. Do they figure it out?
Well, they figure it out during games. They'll outscore you every second half. They're figuring it out.
Now figure out the first half.
Each individual game.
Yeah, if it were just about second half scores, their record would be a lot better. And they've still got big games with ranked teams left, so they can strange all those numbers. Yeah, Houston's a great example.
That's why I'm not ready to make any pronouncements and declare this team dead or alive or what have you. There's still 5 weeks to go in the regular season. and they can build that momentum. And then maybe when they get to the tournament, I still think they'll be in. I mean, they'll have enough wins that they'll feel that sense of desperation and urgency from the opening tip, and that allows them to go. I got the schedule memorized. You don't need to look it up.
That's not what I'm looking up.
Really, when the other guy speaks, though, you should stay away from the computer. It shows you're listening.
I'm listening.
I know, because you're just staying away from the computer.
See? You got what you wanted. Aren't you happy?
I'm just trying to help you. And, could you imagine if your wife's talking and you're there at the computer typing away?
Yeah, I get in trouble for that all the time.
Whatever you want to look up, it can wait.
Maybe.
Okay, what couldn't wait?
They're not really getting punished. You were talking about, there's still these games to go, and there's a whole second half of the season.
Are you looking up computer rankings?
Ken Pomeroy, KenPom.com, ranked 15th, even after losing 3 out of 4.
Yeah, but
they haven't fallen that
don't
far.
Factor in the way they do in other sports.
Because of quad 1 losses, and they're minimized.
And it's on the road. Yeah. This is the only sport where losses... Okay, but so what? You're not going to rise that much. Now, if they've gone 2-0, they would have.
Yeah.
But probably not going to happen anyway. But when you lose these games, as you say, these quad 1 spiels.
They don't really penalize you for it.
No. So I already knew that. But what difference does that make? They're going to get in the tournament. I didn't need, no offense to my guy Ken, but I know they're going to get in the tournament.
Yeah, it's not just they're going to get in. They're going to get in with a winnable first game.
Well, there's no question. My gosh, if you pay all this money for this roster and you don't have a winnable first game,
then what are you doing?
I don't need to look up anything to know that. My eyes tell me that. That's why I have a lot more freedom in my life, because I'm not looking up stuff. I already know it. What I see, I don't need somebody else to verify what I already know.
I do, though, because you doubt me.
I doubt you?
Yes.
You're doubting yourself, then. If you need to look it up to say they should have a winnable first game, I mean, I think we can go, this is the first show of February, we could go the whole month without you saying a more bold statement. They can win a winnable first game. Get Maddie and have her cut that up, Yak, so we throw it on YouTube and Facebook and everything. DJ going out on a limb. BYU can have a winnable first game. That's awesome.
I'm saluting and winking at the camera for those who are on radio. Sorry.
That right there is shocking.
Yeah, put my feet up.
They can have a winnable first game.
Yep.
I didn't think you would be that bold this morning.
Dropped to 7th in the conference, lose 3 out of 4, not getting punished at all.
Little did I know. Here, I thought they were going to go up and get against Canisius and get worked in the first round.
Canisius. That's, wait a minute, hold on. Utah 1997 first round, yes?
I'd have to go back and check.
Van Horn didn't play, but he was on the team, right? It was his senior year.
Van Horn in Dallas. Yes, and they kept it a big secret. Bill Markoff, I never forgave him. He knew, and he didn't tell me.
Canisius, it's going down.
They're all worried about it. They just plugged Will Carlton in there, and away they went.
I could not have pulled the name Will Carlton from 1997.
Because I was a beat writer. I was there every day.
Yeah. All right, Steve Cleveland, top of the hour. More hoops with him. DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Whirls around and down. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone is your exclusive home of the Utah Jazz. And we want to send you to the Delta Center to see the Jazz in action. Listen every Tuesday for the Jazz Ticket Tuesday Sounder at 30 past the hour, every hour, all day long. And if you're caller number 12, you'll be on your way to an upcoming game.
Buy one, you'll get one free.
It's Jazz Ticket Tuesday, every Tuesday throughout the NBA season on your radio home for the Utah Jazz. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
DJ and PK. PK, we got to pause here with the sports talk. A sad day this weekend as we got the news that the original Jazz Bear, Jon Absey, passed away after a battle with pancreatic cancer. We both knew him well. We both shared a lot of laughs with him. He was a wildly entertaining guy inside the suit and out. And so condolences to his wife and his kids and now his grandkid.
Yeah, not even 60 yet. My gosh,
no.
That's just awful. Pancreatic cancer really just takes you. But what a life! What an entertainer that he was able to do and bring good times and happy smiles and faces for so many years. And we've all got stories. When we first came over, we did commercials with him in the woods.
In the woods, in air quotes.
It's actually, if you ever remember where we remember that commercial that we did when we first came over, went from 1280 to 1320, and now back we're obviously 1280 97.5. The woods is when you're going on hole 18 at Bonneville, and you go to the path on the left to go around to the green on the right. Well, there's woods on your right with a stream. That's where we did that, right down below. And I always think about that
every time you play the course.
Literally, and John was there in his uniform, I guess, or costume, whatever you want to call it, bear suit.
I think he was in the bear suit, and I think he wore an Aloha shirt, if I remember right.
Yeah.
That aired back when I was doing pre-half and post with Pace and Thurl, and that aired at halftime. And so it went out for people that had NBA ticket. They saw it all over the country. And I had a friend in Santa Barbara who was watching, who texted me immediately, "No way, you did not do that."
Yeah.
That was
the two of us. We had jackets and ties on, I think.
Yeah. We're standing. One of us had like a Sports Illustrated or a newspaper or something.
I think I had a rolled up newspaper.
And we're standing there, we're like reading his way. Yeah. And then John's off camera, and he comes out from behind a tree and hands us a roll of toilet paper and walks off. And then one of us said to the other,
you did.
I said to you,
I just made faces. I think.
I looked at you and I go, "Well, that answers that question."
I went, yeah. As far as that goes, I had the opportunity to go to Mexico with him on the Jazz Beach Bash. And, oh, my gosh, he was a ride. The first night we get there, I went multiple, but the first night we were meeting at a basketball court, and it's dark, and everybody's there, and there's, probably 100 people there. And the workers are there, and he shimmies up the pole, goes over the backboard, brings himself through the hoop. I mean, this guy was one of the best athletes I've ever been around, and as buff as can be, and he guarded his privacy. He did not want anybody to know on that trip, that's the bear.
That was always his rule.
And I took my wife, and I told her, and we had met him, we'd ate with him and all that, because then he'd come out and he'd eat,
right?
And you'd be with him, and he didn't want anybody to know. I said, under no circumstances do you say it. He actually had a room on the other side. It's a big moon palace, huge property.
Nobody could see him coming
in and out, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end, we're at the airport coming home, and I take the bags, and we brought our golf clubs, and I wait because the line snakes to go to security or to check in, and I'm at the front of it, so she's standing in line, and there's a lady talking to her because we know, okay, that's PK's wife. Yeah, I know who the bear is. I know who he is. I'm positive. And the switchback's about 3 switchbacks back. Mm-hmm. She points back. That's him. And it was Locke.
Nice.
And then he at the golf course, he comes up, we're all there, he gets in the cart, comes in, and all the workers are like going crazy. And then we had breakout dinners where jazz people were there, and I was a jazz person, and we're in one of these small restaurants on the site, and he has a confetti gun and shoots it all over. And the manager went nuts. He was hot. So all of us, me, Bolo Jack,
scrambled to pick it up,
and our spouses, we're all on our hands and knees when the evening was over, picking up all this confetti, because they demanded that we clean the place and make it spotless like it was. And he's doing all this stuff. And those times he was there was just a blast. So obviously, may he rest. And what an entertainer he was.
Yep, he will be missed, no doubt. DJ and PK. We're coming back with Steve Cleveland next. Stay with us.